ACL injury that happened in the first game, but he's having a little bit of a setback.
Well, it seemed like the Redskins, I mean, you look at last year, they were hit by the injury bug. I mean, something's going on there.
Let's talk about the team that went to the Super Bowl and lost.
Okay.
Eric Weddle saying that the Rams corners are the best that he's ever played with. But are Weddle and the Rams among the best defensive triplets in the NFL? You can read an incredibly divisive, polarizing breakdown of Bucky Brooks' top triplets in the league right now at NFL.com. Let's take a look at the top five, shall we? Chargers. Bosa, Ingram, James, you're looking at it right now.
I like the Cowboys, huh?
Yeah, Bears, Rams.
Cowboys up there.
Weren't you just talking about making a profit? That's why you didn't do that.
And then the Broncos rounded out with Vaughn, Chubb, and Harris, friend of the show. Guys, thoughts on the list?
That's a great list, actually. I like the Chicago Bears. I like those three. You talk Akeem Hicks, who is the most immovable object in the National Football League right now. And he makes plays, man. Like, this dude doesn't get enough credit. A lot of times they get one-on-ones on the outside because you have to worry about Akeem Hicks. And then Khalil Mack, whenever he says, I want to get to the quarterback, guess what, guys? He gets to the quarterback whenever he wants. So he's a grown man out there. And then Eddie Jackson on the back end creating turnovers. 36 forced turnovers last year, 27 interceptions, only 17.7 points per game. Lead tops in the National Football League, and they only gave up 80 rushing yards a game. Guys, and all of those players are back this year. I'm sorry, man. It has to be the Chicago Bears.
We all got a lot of respect for Matthew Stafford. He got Aaron Donald at 99. I'm telling you, that play, and he's number 9. I love Stafford, but that play got Aaron Donald at 99. That's it. That's it. And it was basically, here's your 99 in Madden. And it's not his fault. It's from the blind side. This list, first of all, I want to give credit to Bucky Brooks for cranking out content in July. Top 3 defensive triplets. Namaste. Thank you so much, Bucky Brooks. I'm just going to go. I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to go with the Rams. It's mostly just because I really mean it's like Aaron Donald featuring whoever the hell you want. They got some other really good players too. They got Clay, they got Weddle, of course, coming on. But like, I just think this is the best player in the sport at any position. I honestly think the things he's doing, guys, we're going to get bigger on this over the next couple of years. This guy's on a trajectory the best defensive tackle in the history of the sport. And I say that with a lot of guys with the Yellow Jackets and bust.
Yeah.
No one's ever done this before. I just can't wait. I just hope Bucky next does the top 3 special teams triplets, because I think the Rams does Hecker, JoJo Natson, and Zerline. Bucky, please, we need an A block.
Do you think the Rams need to be higher on this list?
I do, because I think they have the best player, and I think they have incredible pieces around it. But Kay, I look at that team that was number 1.
I love it.
And I saw you get fired up by it. Tell her.
I could, you know why? Because I feel like I could do it if I wasn't this lazy on a Monday. I would do a victory lap around this table, because I, for years, have been saying that Bosa and Ingram are the best pass rushing duo in the NFL, and I love seeing this kind of respect from one Brook. Yes, for Bucky Brooks. Right when Ingram got, right when he got there, right when Bosa got there, even when he held out, I said they are going to bring it. And Gus Bradley does this awesome thing that somehow almost on every play he gets them on one-on-one matchups, and nobody can win them. And it is a brilliant thing that they do. And I remember saying at the beginning of last year, adding Derwin James is going to be a game changer. I love that they are voted or seen as the top triplets, because they are. Everybody says, oh, the NFL has a book on Lamar Jackson now. They're going to stop Lamar Jackson because guess what? The Chargers did the second time they played them. Well, listen, not every NFL team has Derwin James. And Derwin James is the reason that Lamar Jackson had very little success in that situation, because he racked up a sack, Melvin had 2 sacks, a forced fumble, and a fumble recovery. Bosa had a sack as well. Those 3 took over that game, and they put the kibosh and stopped the Ravens. I love that they're at number 1.
You know what? You and Bucky might be right. They don't have something other teams have. One of the greatest assets for a defense in the fourth quarter of a big game is your home crowd noise. Deafening the offense. The quarterback's got to go silent. The Chargers don't have that. That's a tangible disadvantage in that temporary stadium, and they're still number 1. That means their talent is through the roof. They're at an advantage, still number 1.
Okay, you're absolutely right. Derwin James is a superstar. He is a superstar. He was a superstar today. His name was called in the draft. I mean, that's really how the type of impact that this kid has. He's a playmaker on the back, and he has range, and he can get into the in the box and make plays around the line of scrimmage. I love Derwin James.
All-pro his rookie season.
That's a baller, man.
I mean, to have a season that good and not win Defensive Rookie of the Year, he lost it to Darius Leonard because he had about 400 tackles, but like, hell of a year from Derwin. Hell of a year.
Cannot wait to see what they do this year. 12-4 out there. You said Phillip Rivers can throw that ball out of the StubHub Center.
Sure, it's Rec Park.
Like Mahomes did. Which player, though, is the most pivotal